Krishna. Welcome to Shri Krishna Janmastami. Hare Krishna. Bolo bolo Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Loudly Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. If you have sponsored the Kalash Abhishekam, please go to the table outside and get your Kalash. Please line up to bathe the Lord. A special welcome to His Holiness Srila Romapada Swami Maharaj. Bolo! Jai! Bolo Radha Syamasundar ki. Please repeat. Hare Krishna. I don't hear you. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. With all your heart. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Welcome to Sri Krishna Janmastami at ISKCON Naperville. We are so glad you're here. If you have sponsored an Archana plate that looks like this, or if you would like to present an offering to the Lord, please come line up right over here, and we're going to help you make your offering to Sri Sri Radha Syamasundar. If you have not yet sponsored a kalash to bathe Sri Sri Radha Gopinath, there is a table right outside. If you'd like to take advantage of this very special opportunity, please get a kalash and do abhishek for our deities. Again, want to extend a very warm welcome to His Holiness Sri Prabhupada Swami Maharaj ki. Of all the places he could choose to be today, he's here with us. So let us continue with kirtan and glorification of Sri Sri Radha Syamasundar. We will go on till 7:45 with the Abhishek, and then we will transition to hearing Krishna Katha from Maharaj. Shri Radha Gopinath. Please go to the sponsorship table right outside, grab a kalash, and take this wonderful opportunity to bathe on this very auspicious day of Shri Krishna Janmastami, Shri Radha Gopinath. So please, please, please go outside really quick because we're going to wrap up the Abhishek in just a few minutes. Welcome to Shri Krishna Janmastami at Shri Radha Syamasundar Mandir. We are so glad that you have chosen to be with us today. Thank you for coming. If you would like to offer an archana plate to the deities, please grab one from outside. We also have the opportunity for you to sponsor Midnight Aarti at 12 o'clock tonight. So let's continue with the kirtan, and at 7:45 we will switch to hearing Krishna Katha.
Krishna. So we've come to a very special part of our program today. We'd like to welcome all of those who have come here, passing through. Thank you very much for being here. This entire section now can be used, now that we've concluded the Abhishek ceremony. For those who'd like to participate and sit for this next section, please feel free to use this area to sit down. You can grab a mat from the back if there's one available. Really quickly, we do have a few midnight arti. If you're going to stay here for midnight, would like to offer arti to the Lord along with a number of other devotees, please contact the devotees right outside the door of the temple, and they have, you can sponsor the midnight arti as well. And now I have the great pleasure and honor to introduce a very great saint who has been invested in building the community here at ISKCON Naperville, His Holiness Romapad Swami. Please offer a big Haribol! So Maharaj has been practicing Krishna consciousness, teaching Krishna consciousness for over 55 years. Very long time. A deeply realized soul who travels the world spreading this mission of pure love for Krishna all over the world, including India and multiple places in the United States, Houston, the greater Chicagoland area, DC, St. Louis, Portland, from West Coast to East Coast. He's traveling every few days, even at the mature age of 75 years old. So we're very fortunate to have him here today. He's one of our primary spiritual leaders for this community. So we're very grateful that he's chosen to be with us on this most auspicious Janmashtami day, and we are deeply delighted to have him. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Over to you. May we request a little bit of silence, please?
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. This evening's presentation is going to focus on what you see on the screen over here. So if you're seated where you can't see the screen over here, you might want to sit somewhere else, because the screen over here is where the action is for the next 1 hour, and or less, hopefully. Krishna Janmastami. Let me ask you a few questions. This is to get everybody's attention and settle down. How often does Krishna appear in the material world? Who knows the answer? Once in a day of Brahma. Krishna appears once every day of Brahma. Now, do you know how long is 1 day of Brahma? 1 day of Brahma is 4,320,000,000 Earth solar years. That's 1 day. And his night is of equal duration. We have a long wait for Krishna to come one more time. And just so that everyone settles down a little bit, each day of Brahma, he has persons that oversee the creation that he created, and those that oversee the creation that he created, they're called manus. The givers of law for mankind are the manus. And the Manus are 14 in number. And we're existing, and Krishna came during the reign of Manu number 7. And the Manu number 7, his name is Vaivasvata Manu, the same one we hear about in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4. Krishna said long, long ago to Arjuna, I taught the same knowledge to the sun god Vivaswan, right? Chapter 4. And then Manu in turn taught the same knowledge to his son, Vaivasvata Manu. Manu taught to his son, Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku was sent by Manu, his father, to come to the earthly realm and establish the solar dynasty, the lineage of kings from the Sun dynasty. Ikshvaku. And Lord Ramachandra appeared in that same solar dynasty, and descendant of Ikshvaku. Krishna appeared in a different dynasty, the dynasty of the lunar dynasty. And he appeared during the 28th Yuga cycle of Vaivasvata Manu. You can do some quick math if you're good at math. You can take one, because each day of Brahma, listen carefully, each day of Brahma there's 1,000 Yuga cycles, and there's 14 Manus that make up 1,000 Yuga cycles. So the math comes to a little bit more than 14. 14 into 1,000 comes to 71 Yuga cycles for each Manu. So, it's only this very 28th Yuga cycle when Krishna appeared that we're in right now, and that means it's, look at the math on the screen. This is so that you can follow what we're doing. 1,975,320,000 solar years since Brahma, since his day, not his life, but his day. You get the picture? This is very rare that we have so proximate to our present solar year experienced very close to us the appearance of Lord Krishna. So it's a little noisy. If those who are making noise can stop making noise, we're going to start going into some very subtle things. And those of you that are having conversation, if you can stop your conversation, it would help people that want to hear. But maybe that's not going to happen. Okay. There's a mystery. There's layers and layers of mystery. And I'm going to discuss one of those mysteries of the appearance of Lord Krishna in Braja. And I'm going to start with a text from a book entitled Light of the Bhagavat. Light of the Bhagavat was written by Srila Prabhupada before he even came to America. Srila Prabhupada was living at a temple in Vrindavan near Keshi Ghat. Those of you that have been to Vrindavan, you know where Keshi Ghat is. It's a very celebrated place. Very near to there is a temple called Vangshi Gopal Temple. Prabhupada rented a room upstairs at the Vangshi Gopal Temple, and there he began writing the Bhaktivedanta purports for Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1. Simultaneously, on occasion, he was writing a magazine that he called Back to Godhead because it was in English, and he would go from time to time to Delhi to sell copies of his Back to Godhead magazine. The purpose was two. One was to propagate the message of Krishna, and the second reason was potentially find persons who would be willing to help him publish the Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, because he didn't have funds. By this time, he was a very successful businessman as a householder, but he had entered Vanaprastha life. He turned the business over to his eldest son, and he took Vanaprastha and went to Vrindavan. In January 1972, Srila Prabhupada was in a ripe age, in his 60s, and one of the persons he met in Delhi gave him a flyer that he received in the mail, which was advertising an event that was going to be held in Japan. During war, during World War II, or during any war, there's not one country doesn't want other people from other country coming, so they don't give visas. But after World War II, it was still in place, but in 1972, internationally, countries started offering visas. So in Japan, there was a gentleman that wanted to organize an event, the cultivation of the human spirit, which could mean anything. And he was advertising his event. So Prabhupada wrote, he received the flyer, he wrote to the organizer, please send me, I'd like to be a guest speaker at your event. Please send me a letter of invitation so I can get a visa. So the man wrote a nice letter. Later that letter was found exactly intact. And hearing that, Srila Prabhupada began the project of preparing for being a guest speaker. And he chose, listen carefully, he chose to speak to the audience, relevant to the audience. In his understanding was the people in the Far East, they have a tendency to understand truths about life through scenes of nature. And it's true. So he selected Canto 10, Chapter 20, which is a description of what happens after the rainy season, because Chapter 19 is in the rainy season, and Chapter 20, the summer season. The summer season is 19, and after the summer season comes rainy season, autumn season, and that's the description of Chapter 20. So he just went through, not literally quote unquote or cut and paste, but he took the messages of the scenes of nature and began teaching lessons of life. And he called it Light of the Bhagavat. Light of the Bhagavat is, the title is drawn from a very nice verse spoken by Sutta Goswami, where Sutta Goswami is giving an answer to the question asked by the sages of Naimisharanya. The question was, now that Krishna has departed, where have religious principles taken shelter? It's a good question. Because after Krishna departed, the next yuga began shortly thereafter. Kali Yuga began shortly after Krishna's departure. And in Kali Yuga, things are very dark and getting darker and darker as Kali Yuga progresses. Down and down and down and down, spiral down and down and down and down. So where will people get shelter of religious principles in this age of Kali after Krishna's departure? The answer, one verse answered that question. Shortly after Krishna's departure, this Srimad Bhagavatam appeared. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, those who take shelter of the Srimad Bhagavatam get light, and the whole atmosphere of Kali Yuga can be transformed through the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's what we're speaking about this evening, the message of Srimad Bhagavatam and its corollary literatures like this Light of the Bhagavat. From text 40, here's Srila Prabhupada's writings. Now remember, he's going to Japan. he's going to be speaking to people that don't know anything about anything, Vedic culture, and he wants to introduce them to Vedic culture. So here's his introduction, one part of his introduction, text 40. The import of the Vedas is most explicitly explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. The conclusion of the Vedic literatures is that Lord Sri Krishna is the primeval Lord and the cause of all causes. He has an eternal two-armed form as Syamasundar, which with features exactly like those of a most beautiful young man. And that is the sum and substance of the Vedas concerning God. So remember, this is a completely new audience. This is how he's introducing the completely new audience. God is one, but the living entities, including both the liberated and the conditioned, are many and have many different grades of positions. The living entities are never equal to God, but as parts and parcels of the Lord, they are eternally His servitors. As long as the living entities are situated normally as His servitors, they are happy. Otherwise, they're always unhappy. That is the Vedic conclusion. Now that's an introduction to Krishna and how Krishna is revealed through the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. And I mentioned one verse from Canto 1, Chapter 3. The Bhagavatam is the light of this dark age of Kali. And there was another question. There were 6 questions asked. What to do? There were 6 questions asked in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 1. The answer to those 6 questions are found in the next 2 chapters, chapter 2, chapter 3. And those first 3 chapters are a summation, an overview of the entire Srimad Bhagavatam. The rest of Srimad Bhagavatam is a further elaboration on those 6 questions, 6 answers. So one of the questions asked by the sages in Naimisharanya was, please describe the avatars or incarnations of the Supreme Lord that appear in this world, specifically. From the spiritual world, we don't know the spiritual world, but could you give a description of those forms of the Lord that appear in this world? So those forms of the Lord that appear in this world, they're in the category of Vishnu or Vishnu Tattva. And the chapter begins, the answer begins by saying the 3 Purusha avatars, Mahavishnu, Garbhadakshay Vishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu, and then avatars of those 3. Celebrated the Das avatars, the celebrated Leela avatars of the Supreme Lord. And there's a nice long list, not total comprehensive list. And in that list, please listen carefully. In that nice list, Krishna is listed as an avatar of Vishnu. And then, after giving that list of Krishna as the avatar, is one of the avatars of Vishnu along with all the others, he turns around and says, but of all the avatars, one is the source of all the others. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. But it's specific, it's Bhagavan Swayam. Swayam means self-same. Bhagavan Swayam is the original source of the avatars, because that was the question. Incarnations of the Supreme Lord that appear in this world. Those are Vishnu forms, and there's a source of the Vishnu forms. And that's Bhagavan Swayam. It's important you capture this point because it's the building message for the rest. That is to say, there's the original and there's the expansion of the original. The expansion that appeared as the son of Vasudeva was Vasudeva Krishna. And then another name of Krishna is Yasodanandana Krishna. You with me? Good. One of the celebrated acharyas in our disciplic line, his name is Rupa Goswami, and he was instructed thoroughly for months by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the science of Bhakti Rasa. So he wrote a book on Bhakti Rasa and called it a Sindhu, an ocean of Bhakti Rasa Amrita. Here's a verse that translates as follows. Though, listen carefully, though the forms of Vishnu and Krishna are non-different according to the statements of Scripture, Krishna's form is shown to be superior because of his rasas, which are endowed with the highest type of prema. The very nature of his rasas shows Krishna's form to be superior. So there's equal yet superior in terms of the rasas, because this is the topic of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And one who is the ocean of all those rasas, not included in Vasudeva Krishna, is Brajendanandana Krishna. So he says, here's the four. There are four specific sweetness personified features of Brajendanandana Krishna. One, Lila Madhurya. In Braja, Krishna performs very sweet pastimes. He is the performer of wonderful varieties of pastimes, especially his childhood pastimes. Especially his childhood pastimes. When Krishna was born in the prison house of Kamsa, Janmastami day, what time was it? Midnight. And even before the next morning came, Krishna, who appeared as Vasudeva Krishna, was taken across the river Jamuna to the other side of the river Jamuna to be with Nanda Maharaj. So no childhood pastimes of Krishna in Mathura. He was 10 years, 8 months old before he returned back to Mathura. His childhood pastimes were over. The Lila Madhurya feature of Brajendra Nandana Krishna was in Braja. Number 2, Prema Madhurya. Prema means love, transcendental, spiritual, loving exchange. He is surrounded by devotees endowed with wonderful love of Godhead. It's not to say that Vasudeva and Devaki and the other members living in Mathura didn't have love for Krishna, but they didn't have the Madhurya, there was 3 varies, sweet love that the residents of Vrindavan have for Krishna. Even when Krishna was in Dwaraka, Vasudeva and Devaki were also in Dwaraka, and they didn't give permission for Krishna to go back to Braja. You know why? Because they know how much love that Krishna has for the residents of Braja. And if Krishna goes back to Vrindavan, he may never come back and be with us again because of his intense love. So we're not going to give permission. And it's true. Even when Krishna was with his queens, he's meditating on the residents of Vrindavan because that love didn't leave his heart. There were other reasons. Prema Madhurya. Number 3, Venu Madhurya. Venu Madhurya means He can attract all living entities all over the universes, plural, by playing on his flute. So Krishna's flute playing was melodious, but it wasn't just he was a good flute player and he played nice melodies. Krishna's flute could do anything. Krishna could speak to the birds with his flute. Krishna could call the cows by name with his flute. Krishna could travel across the river Jamuna with his flute. Krishna's flute was magical. Just by playing on his flute, forcibly it carried the gopis to his association. There's a whole chapter, Venu Gita, there's a whole chapter in 10th Canto Bhagavatam describing the glories of Krishna's flute. It wasn't just musically nice. He could attract all living entities all over the universes by playing on his flute. And the fourth special characteristic of Brajendra Nandana Krishna, Rupa Madhurya. He had a wonderful, excellent beauty of which cannot be rivaled anywhere in the creation. Now it's the same Krishna that left the prison house of Kamsa, but the features that Krishna showed during his childhood pastimes in Vrindavan is very, very sweet, and it charmed everyone, not only the gopis. It's described that the gopas, the cowherd boys, they couldn't stand for a moment to be with Krishna. At the end of the day, when Krishna had to bring the cows back to Nanda's pasture ground, they didn't want to leave Krishna. They cried all night long, waiting for the next morning when they could be with Krishna. The all beautiful Krishna. So now we're changing topics, and it's a little hard to cover this subject matter with all the noise in the room. So what to do? I'm going to go through a little bit the Yadu dynasty ancestry, because Krishna is often described as being a member of the Yadu dynasty, and the kings preceding him were members of the Yadu dynasty. Often the name Vrishni is mentioned. Vrishni is the direct son of Yadu, the king, and Vrishni had his descendants, sometimes the Bhoja dynasty, Dasharha dynasty, Arha, Kura, Andaka, etc. One of those kings in the Yadu dynasty had a son named Ahuka. Ahuka was married when he became the king. He's the king, not just a Kshatriya, but he's the king. And he had two wives. One of his two wives was a Kshatriya wife. The other of his two wives was a Vaishya wife. So Ahuka had two sons. Ugrasena was one of his sons. Devaka was another one of his sons. I got ahead of myself, sorry. This noise. Kamsa was not a nice person. Kamsa, when he wanted to control his father's kingdom, he put his father in jail. Not a nice man. Ugrasena had a brother. His name is Devaka. Devaka had 8 daughters. 8 daughters. One of the eldest of those 8 daughters was Devaki. So we know who Devaki is. She's Krishna's mother. So Krishna came in the dynasty of Yadu, but his father also came in the dynasty of Yadu. Would you like to hear? You have to be able to see the screen because there's too much noise in the room otherwise. In the Yadu dynasty, there was another king, another Kshatriya. He's in the dynasty, but he wasn't a king, and his name was Devamida. And he lived in Mathura. He's a royal dynasty descendant who became Krishna's father. Shurasena had 9 other brothers. One of those 9 other brothers was Vasudeva had 9 other brothers. One of those brothers was named Devabhaga. And many of you like reading about Krishna's pastimes. And one of the celebrated persons in Krishna's pastimes was Uddhava. Maybe I'll just speak louder. Uddhava. Uddhava was sent as a messenger. Uddhava was sent as a messenger by Krishna from Mathura to go to Vrindavan to inform the gopis that what his feelings for the gopis were. Right? Uddhava. When Krishna left Vrindavan and entered into Mathura, Uddhava was with him. He was with him till the end, 125 years of age. That means he was with Krishna's side constantly. Like Arjuna is an eternal associate of Krishna, Uddhava is even more intimately associated than Arjuna. Constantly with him. Arjuna was here and there. Uddhava was with him constantly. And he was a cousin of Arjuna. He was the son of Devabhaga. And there were 8 other brothers. So Vasudeva, living in Mathura, Vasudeva became a minister of the king. He was a Kshatriya, and he took the role of being a minister to Ugrasena. Ugrasena was the king. And from the Vaishya wife, there was one son. And in Vedic culture, the activities or the position of the mother becomes commonly the destination of their son. So Parjanya was born of the Vaishya wife, so he became the king of the cowherds. Not just a cowherd, but the king. Because he's from the royal dynasty. And there was a relationship between Vraja, the agricultural area, and the capital. The capital was Mathura, where Ugrasena resided, and in the countryside there was agricultural area, and every year the king, in this case it was Parjanya Maharaj, he brought taxes to the king in Mathura. The production they kept, but some portion went to the king. That was the system. Very simple system. The landlord was the king. And you use the land of the landlord, you pay a tax for the use of the land. Annual tax from what was produced. That was the system. So Parjanya, he had 5 sons. And the middle of the 5 sons was named Nanda. And the eldest son was named Upananda. And when it came time for Parjanya to pass on the kingdom to his eldest son, there was a big festival, a big ceremony, a big activity. And during that festival time, Upananda said, you see on the screen, those of you who can see the screen, you see the word Variyasi. Variyasi means that my younger brother, Nanda, is Variyasi. He possessed of the best qualities. So when they had this big festival, here's what Upananda said. I cannot take responsibility without first considering as follows. Listen, everyone is dependent on affection. Isn't it true? Affection is dependent on good qualities. Variyasi, which is true. Good qualities are dependent on fitness. The fitness of Nanda is not that he should rule over people like me, but with independence. He should rule over everyone. And so, the Antaryami means the Lord of the heart, Narayana, accepts him. Look, all eyes in the assembly like bees are attracted to the lotus face of Nanda. From the beginning, this has been arranged by the favor of Narayana. Let him rule in my name. I will be his assistant. Upananda. Upa means near. Nanda will assist Nanda. He will be the king. So right away, Nanda was reluctant, but Upananda, the elder brother, insisted, so he accepted. Nanda became the king of cowherds. Now, the king of cowherds must have a queen. So the queen was the daughter of one of the chief cowherd men in Braja. His name was Subhuka. Yashoda was given in marriage to Nanda. So now we have a very clear picture of how Krishna appeared in the Yadu dynasty. And now we're going to go to how Krishna appeared as both the son of Vasudeva and Devaki at midnight, and at the same time, at midnight, on the same day, Krishna appeared as the son of Nanda and Yashoda. Would you like to hear about Krishna's appearing as the son of Nanda and Yashoda the very same night? Not just the 8th child of Devaki. In addition, Krishna appeared as the son of Nanda and Yashoda. Very nice. We hear in Canto 10, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chapter 2, about the 8th child of Devaki. The first 6 boys were killed by wicked Kamsa. Child number 7, who was the son of Devaki, child number 7, who was that? Balaram. Balaram was born as the 7th child of Devaki, and then, listen carefully, Krishna called for the assistance of his Yoga Maya personified, and she came. Yes, some service for me? And he said, yes, I have 3 services for you. What's that? 1, in the womb of Devaki, the 7th child is Balaram. I'm requesting you as a service to me. This is before Krishna is born, because he's the 8th child. So it's the transcendental Krishna instructing Yogamaya, transfer the child in the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. Next service. You, the same time, you take birth in the womb of Yashoda. Very soon I will also take birth in the womb of Yashoda. We'll be born as twins. Did you know that? Krishna, and you'll hear the scripture that verifies what I just said. Krishna and Yogamaya appeared as twins the very same night that Krishna, the 8th child of Devaki, was born in the prison house of Kamsa. Listen carefully. It's a great mystery. Everybody likes mysteries, except the people that are talking too much. They don't like mysteries. So, Shukadev Goswami is narrating to Maharaj Parikshit, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the super soul of all living entities and who vanquishes all the fear of his devotees, entered as the 8th child. He entered the mind of Vasudeva. This is called, in Christianity, it's called the Immaculate Conception. You may know about that, you may not know about that. You know something about that? Christ was born without the normal process of conception of a child. The Immaculate Conception is called. The son of Mary, the Virgin Mary, gave birth to a son, Virgin Mary. The Immaculate Conception is found also in the appearance of Krishna. He appeared in the mind of Vasudeva because the mind of Vasudeva is pure, and Krishna only appears where there's something that's pure. So he appeared in the mind of Vasudeva. Wasn't that nice of him? And then 2 verses later, accompanied by plenary expansions, Note, accompanied by plenary expansions, the fully opulent Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is all auspicious for the entire universe, was transferred from the mind of Vasudeva to the mind of Devaki. Mind transfer. But it's Krishna came along with plenary expansions. It's important. How is it important? We're in the... Too much. We'll see several pictures of Krishna appearing in the prison house of Kamsa. How did he appear in the prison house of Kamsa? Four-armed Vishnu. You know of any child that appears as a human stature, not a baby, but a human stature with four arms? No such thing. It's a transcendental appearance. But after Vasudeva and Devaki in turn offered prayers, Devaki made a request. What's that? Please assume a childlike form. So Krishna assumed a childlike form. We'll see the beautiful painting. So he has got two forms. The plenary expansion form and the original personality of Godhead form. Swayam Bhagavan Krishna. Krishna's tu Bhagavan Swayam. Those of you that are paying attention, I hope you appreciate what's being shared in the Bhagavatam. So Krishna is now in the mind of Devaki, and then eventually to the womb of Devaki, and then he makes his appearance as the 8th child of Devaki, with these two features, the Swayam Bhagavan feature and the Vasudeva Krishna feature, or the plenary expansion Krishna feature. Though some of you like to read, those of you like to read, you know who are the 6 Goswamis. Chief of the 6 Goswamis is Rupa Goswami. And the nephew and disciple of Rupa Goswami was Jiva Goswami, he most prolific writer. One of the compositions of Rupa Goswami is a 6-part commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, topic by topic. And one of those topics, number 5 of 6, is Krishna Sandarbha. Jiva Goswami is going to explain something, says the same thing as what it says in the Bhagavatam, but you have to listen carefully. He makes reference to a verse from Mahabharata. If you want to look it up later, there's the citing. First, according to Mahabharata, Vasudeva, the Purusha incarnation, entered the womb of Devaki. So he's in the mind of Devaki, he enters the womb of Devaki, the Purusha incarnation. Then Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, the original form of Vasudeva, entered the womb of Devaki also. 2, the original and the plenary expansion entered into the womb of Devaki, according to Mahabharata and according to Canto 10, Chapter 2, Bhagavatam. This word also, it means within the womb of Devaki, the Purusha incarnation Vasudeva and the original form of Krishna joined to become one single Krishna. So there's not 2 twins, each with the name of Krishna. There's one Krishna, but different features of the same person. I hope you can appreciate what's being said. And when she became pregnant with Krishna, this beautiful painting, it shows the demigods, they knew exactly what was going on, and they came to offer prayers in the prison house of Kamsa to pregnant Devaki, offering prayers to Krishna. And after some time, Krishna appeared, just as this painting is showing. He appeared, this is a B.G. Sharma painting. He appeared at the four-armed form. But after they offered their prayers, then Krishna assumed the childlike form. But before Krishna assumed the childlike form, Krishna indicated two things. Vasudeva and Devaki, this is the third time I has appeared as your child. Long, long ago, you underwent austerities as Sutapa and Prishni, and I appeared as your son, Prishnigarbha. Then again, Kashyapa and Aditi, I appeared as your son, Upendra, or Trivikram. I was your son. And now, Vasudeva and Devaki, I'm appearing as your son. Congratulations. Because you're all very pure. And you've been praying and praying and praying. And your prayers are very pure and powerful, so I've come as your son. Second, Kamsa is very wicked. When he hears that the 8th child of Devaki has been born, what's he going to do? He's going to come here and try to kill me. Now, you've asked me to assume a childlike form, but he'll want to kill me. So can you please do the following? Tonight, it's midnight. We're now a few minutes after midnight because they offered some nice prayers. Please transfer me from the prison to the other side of the river Jamuna and place me in the care of Nanda and Yashoda. Please do that. And don't worry, the guards will fall asleep. Here's the guards falling asleep. The guards will fall asleep, and don't worry, the prison doors that are locked are going to be unlocked. Don't worry. And because it's a storm at night, don't worry, Ananta Shesh will come and protect me and you from the storm. So here's a nice painting. You see, you can't see, there's too many people in the way. Oh, look at that. Okay, there's Ananta Shesh. Okay. So who is Ananta Shesha anyways? Ananta Shesha is an expansion of Balaram. I'll say it again. Ananta Shesha is an expansion of Balaram. So Ananta Shesha is covering with his hoods Vasudeva as he's carrying Vasudeva Krishna to the other side of the river Jamuna. And it was a stormy night that night. And when there's a storm, even if there's moon, because it was not a full moon, it was the 8th day after the waning moon, after Shravan Purnima, after Balaram made his appearance. But it's a storm, so there's no light. So how can he see? He could see because Krishna is effulgent. That's how he could see. And there's another story in the Bible. Some of you may know the story in the Bible. Moses parted the Red Sea. So the same thing happened. As Vasudeva was crossing the sea, the stormy night, it was all very calm. See the symmetry. Krishna appeared in the middle of a stormy night, and Vasudeva is carrying his son in the midst of the storm, but everything is very calm, and he could see at night because Krishna is self-luminous, effulgent. Now we're going to go to where Yashoda was. The very night that she gave birth, here's a description from another writing of Jiva Goswami called Gopal Champu. Yashoda saw a child whose limbs were covered by a celestial maiden. Who's the celestial maiden? Yogamaya. Yashoda saw a child, Krishna, whose limbs were covered by a celestial maiden, Yogamaya, being transferred from Nanda's heart to her heart. The boy entered the lotus of her heart, and the girl entered her womb. Interesting. And she gave birth to twins. Now it doesn't say how he got from her heart to her womb, but it happened. and she gave birth to twins. This painting, you look on the right, and there you see Nanda, who had crossed the river Jamuna to the eastern side, and he's now in Gokula, and there's Yashoda asleep, having given birth that night at midnight to twins. When, following the instruction that Krishna had given to Vasudeva, his father, he placed the male child by the side of Mother Yashoda, and he accepted the female child. Now remember when I said Krishna, before he was born, he requested Yogamaya to transfer Balaram to the womb, from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, but he gave her 2 other services. The 2 other services, right in the Bhagavatam, Krishna asked Yogamaya, when you take birth, I will appear with you, but then I'm going to appear as the 8th child of Devaki, and I'm going to be brought to the side of Mother Yashoda, and my father Vasudeva is going to bring you, the female child born of Yashoda, the female child of Yashoda, he'll bring you back to the prison house of Kamsa and try to kill you. But don't worry, you're my Yogamaya potency. You can't be killed. He'll fail. And then when you appear in the prison house of Kamsa, he'll think you're the 8th child of Devaki, and he'll come to try to kill you. And you'll slip from his hand. And after that, the 3rd service is you can be distributed throughout the whole countryside and be known by various names as Yogamaya's expansion, who is Durga. So you know the story. Kamsa heard, he picked up the child with 2 feet, little baby, just born baby, was going to smash the baby on a rock. But the girl slipped from his hand. And Durga, with her 10 arms and 10 weapons, laughed hysterically at Kamsa. You are such a fool. The 8th child of Devaki has already been born, and he will kill you. And she disappeared. So Kamsa is now in an anxiety. He wants to find that 8th child of Devaki. So he sent demons to try to find the 8th child. The first demon, you know who she was. Putana, the witch. Anyway, that's another story. So Yogamaya was brought, as you see in the center of the painting, the little baby with the red garment surrounding her, that's Yogamaya. He's taking Yogamaya back to the prison house of Kamsa. It's described, you'll hear shortly, when he placed Krishna by her side, he didn't see the twin, he just saw the female child. Yogamaya arranged. This is described by Jiva Goswami. I'm going to try to end quickly because it's too chaotic here. Yashoda fainted when she gave birth to Krishna. She didn't know if she had given birth to a son or a daughter. Actually, she had given birth to twins. 1 son and 1 daughter, but she didn't know it. By the activity of Yogamaya, all the Vrajvasis were sleeping. When Vasudeva brought his son, Vasudeva, to the maternity room of Yashoda as a plenary portion of Krishna, because when he carried him from Mathura to Vrindavan, he's carrying a plenary portion, the Vasudeva Krishna portion of the original personality of Godhead. Vasudeva took Nanda's daughter. By the activity of Yogamaya, Vasudeva could not see. He only saw the daughter, he couldn't see the son. Seeing only Yashoda's daughter, Vasudeva took her, and Krishna, the son of Yashoda, was left behind. So Krishna took his birth in two places the same time. One, the prison house of Kamsa, same night, and the son of Yashoda. Now, because it's too complicated and too noisy, I'm not going to cover. This explains the whole thing. And another time when it's not so noisy. Here's a very nice painting that shows on the right side, there's Vasudeva carrying his son, Vasudeva Krishna, and on the left side there's Yashoda with two children by her side, Krishna and Yogamaya. And here's the last slide. Aren't you happy? When all of this took place, the birth of Krishna in Gokula, it happened at a time when the ancestral home of Nanda was on a hilltop in Vrindavan. But he moved with his dear friend he moved to the eastern side in Gokula, but there were too many demons when he was young, so he moved back to his ancestral home. 3 years, 4 months, Nanda migrated back to his original home. It's called Nandagaon. There's a nice temple on top of the hill of Nandagaon, and on top of that hill there's a nice temple. And there's a temple of Krishna Balaram, as you see in this photograph. And every Janmastami, there's a special way the deities are dressed. On either side of Nanda, the other side of Krishna and Balaram, there's Yashoda and there's Nanda Maharaj. So both Nanda and Yashoda are wearing what's called maternity caps. There's the tradition in Braja, when there's a newborn child, the parents wear a maternity cap. So that's that nice orange cap that they're wearing. So that's a little description, despite all the noise, that's a little description of the mystery of the appearance of Krishna. Now, many of you here in the room know the verse. You can say the verse with me. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tatpataha chakpa deham purnar janma naiti mam eti sorjuna. From Krishna speaking in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4. One who can understand the mystery of the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities will not take birth again in this material world. So for those that are busy having conversation, they may take another birth in the material world. Who knows? But to understand the mystery, we have to hear carefully from Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam and Mahabharata, and understand it carefully because there's a big mystery. And understanding that mystery, that's your ticket to the spiritual world. Purnar Janma Na. No more birth. No more birth. So that's the end, and I think it's time to move on to our other activities. I've gone way past my time, my apology. All right.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. You're actually not way past your time. It's exactly on time.
Really?
Exactly on time.
No.
Thank you very much, Maharaj, for that enlightening talk despite all of the distraction. So, at this point, we're actually going to be giving out some certificates for those who have graduated what ISKCON Naperville offers on an annual basis, the ISKCON Disciples course. So this is a course that spans 30 hours of instruction and training on one of the most fundamental questions that is raised about how do I select a guru? Who is a guru? Those kind of very fundamental questions. So we've had 12 graduates that recently completed in July timeframe. And we have the honor of Maharaj being here who can give the graduates the certificates. So I'd like to call on those who are part of the team, please come close by so we can quickly do this and move on to the next activity. Thank you. So the first person, Sangeeta Kapoor. Let's offer them a big, warm round of applause. Shetul Patel. He's coming? Oh, there we go. Okay. Himangi Chintalapalli. Sorry. Rachna Hampi. Is she here? No, she's not here. Kapil Sachadev, please come. Followed by Bhavishya. Is Bhavishya here? Oh. Surya. Deepak Chaudhary. Where's Deepak? Priyanka. Oh. Yoganand Palaka. Hemalata Meena. Siona Sharma. Is this it? Oh. And that's all. Please offer them a warm applause for their accomplishment. And the next course will be offered sometime in summer of next year. So thank you very much. Our next event is going to be a series of devotional performances by a number of groups that are within our congregation as well as outside of our congregation. The first event is a dance by Sri Devi and team. And the team is called Gungru. Team Gungru presents Kalabam, an offering to Krishna. So I'm not sure where they're going to do it. Is Sri Devi here? Is Sri Devi here? Okay, so let's do some kirtan. Can we do some kirtan until we have the party, the devotees doing the dance available?
Can I ask a question? Maharaj?
By the door. Not now. Not here. They have to stand Thanks. Wait, that's so crispy.
Hare Krishna. For our devotional performances, we're shifting our orientation this way. So if you can follow my voice, right where our beautiful Vyasasana is set up. Everybody, let's come on this way. So change your orientation, and we're going to need to clear up this space a little. So devotees who are sitting over here, I'm sorry, you're going to have to stand, take your mats, and move over that way. You can also sit right here. Yeah.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna. Bolo bolo everyone. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Thank you for being here on this auspicious occasion of Sri Krishna Janmastami. You are welcome to Sri Sri Radha Syamasundar Mandir. Thank you for being here. We are going to move on to the performances that we have planned tonight. So you have a feast in front of you, and hopefully everybody's paying attention. You have your hearts open, your ears open, and your eyes wide open. So we're going to start with a beautiful dance by Team Ghunguru. Can I hear a big Haribol for Team Ghunguru? Haribol! Welcome to ISKCON Naperville. So this dance is an offering to Sri Krishna. It's choreographed by Sri Devi Ram Pandalai, and it's known as Kalabam. So give it away. Big round of applause, please.
जगज्जालपालं खजकण्ठमालं शरच्चन्द्रबालं महादैत्यकालं नभो नीलकायं दुरावारमायं सुपद्मासहायं भजेऽहम् सदाम्बोधिवासं कलपुष्पहासं जगत्सन्निवासं शतादित्यभासं गदाचक्रशस्त्रं लसत्पीतवस्त्रं हसच्चारुवक्त्रं भजेऽहम् स्वभक्तानुकूलं जगद्वृक्षमूलं निरस्तार्थशूलं भजेऽहम् समस्तामरेशं द्विरेवाभकेशं जगद्विम्बलेशं हृदाकाशदेशं सदा दिव्यदेहं विमुक्ताखिलेहं सुवैकुण्ठगेहं भजेऽहम् भजेऽहं भजेऽहम्
Was that wow or wow or wow? Jaw-dropping. Big round of applause, please. That's not loud enough. Did you like that? Very devotionally performed. Varaha Stotra. So I want to give credit to this team. Please join me in acknowledging the dancers and the choreographer. First and foremost, choreography and dance by Sridevi Ram Pandalai. Please come forward. Renu Pillai. Please come. Sarita Menon. I don't hear enough applause. They worked hard on this. Grishma Samesh. Nayan Samesh. Darshana Venugopal. Vinny Rathesh. Pravina Ramdas. Sandra Suresh. Thank you very, very much for uplifting our spirits today. Okay, so we have another dance coming up for you. This has been choreographed by Sundari Leela Devi Dasi, and it is on well-known verses of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita that we're celebrating today. Who knows these verses? Can you say with me? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam dharmasya tadatmanam shrajamyaham. Krishna comes to protect all of us and to annihilate the demons. So please give it away to these ladies that have worked very, very hard. Haribol!
janana tanana tanana tom janana janana tanana tanana tom janana janana tanana tanana janana janana tanana tanana tom tom janana janana tanana tanana tom tom janana janana tanana tanana गीत धुनी को तक धीम नात्र कीट तो नाच रहे गोरी ताल तै तै तुम फिर तो गीत धुनी को तक धीम नात्र कीट तो नाच रहे गोरी ताल तै तै तुम फिर तो गीत धुनी को तक धीम नात्र कीट तो नाच रहे गोरी ताल तै तै तुम फिर तो गीत धुनी को तक तान गावे तक तल तै तै तान गावे तक तल तै 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 तक तना धीम तकिड तक धीम धीम तकिड तक धीम धीम तकिड तक धीम हत तो हत गीत धुनी को तक धीम
This dance was choreographed by who? Sundari Leela Mataji. Thank you so much. And we also had Indra Kondapalli. Haribo, Bhumi Patel, Manjari Leela Devidasi, and Rachna Hampi. Thank you very much for all your efforts. Okay, so the next performance and the last performance for tonight, before we move on to bhajans and kirtans, as we anticipate the appearance of Lord Krishna at midnight, is a drama by the Sunday school students. So let's hear a big round of applause and welcome our Sunday school students. This drama is based on the Pearl pastime. You'll find out all about it.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Happy Janmashtami. How's everybody enjoying the Janmashtami here? Hari Bol. Can I hear the Hari Bol? Thank you so much for being here tonight to celebrate the most auspicious day of the year. Happy Krishna Janmashtami to everyone. We have only one sponsorship opportunity left for tonight, which is the midnight Aarti. I would really appreciate if all of you can come outside, be take this opportunity to perform the arti. While the arti is going on the altar, there will be tables set up here, and you can perform the arti along with the priest with your family. So it's a very, very great opportunity to experience something divine and perform the arti to Radha Syamasundar on Janmashtami. So please come and see us at the sponsorship table. We have only 30 arti plates left. Only 30 left. So please come and see us there. Hari Bol.
One time in the month of Kartik, it was the Deepavali festival. One time in the month of Kartik, it was the Deepavali festival in Gokula near Govardhana. Everyone was busy in the preparations for the celebration.
The cowherd men were especially busy in decorating their cows and pets, and the gopis were decorating themselves with different ornaments.
Oh dear Sakhis, these are the best birds of Malyarikund. Let us nicely decorate ourselves for the Deepavali celebration.
Your most beloved Radharani is decorating herself with the best pearls of Malyarikund along with her Sakhis.
The cowherd men were especially busy in decorating their cows and pets, and the gopis were decorating themselves with different ornaments.
Oh dear Sakhis, these are the best birds of Malyarikund. Let us nicely decorate ourselves for the Deepavali celebration.
Your most beloved Radharani is decorating herself with the best pearls of Malyarikund along with her Sakhis.
Really? Thank you, Obichakana. I will also ask for some of the best pearls from Radha and her friends to decorate my most beloved cows, Hamsi and Harini.
Oh Sakhis, what are you doing? We are making pearl necklaces from our favorite cows.
Could you please make 2 more necklaces for my favorite cows, Harini and Hamsi?
Oh proud gopis, you are pretending that you did not even hear Krishna? Oh arrogant boy, these pearls are only for great ones like us. Now go away.
Oh Lalita, will you not even give me a few pearls to decorate 4 horns of my 2 dear cows?
No, we will not. Please, just a few pearls, please.
No. Now go away, you troublesome boys. Please, just a few pearls? Okay, let me check. Thank you, old Chandramukhi. You are so kind.
Here, you can have this small, broken pearl for your cow.
Almost talkative, Lolita. Just wait, you miser. I will get pearls from my mother and plant them in a field. Then I'll have more pearls than you. I will get my own pearls. Oh, mean face girls, you will see.
Yeah. We will see.
Yes, you will see.
Oh, Mother, please give me some pearls. I want to grow my own pearl garden.
Oh dear Krishna, pearls don't grow in fields, they come from the ocean.
Mother, you will see. Within 3 days, my pearl vine will sprout.
Okay, if you're so sure, here, take some pearls.
Thank you so much, Mother. Subha, Manu, Vishal, Sridham, Ujjwal, and everyone. Come fast. We have to plant these pearls.
This is so wonderful, Krishna. We will grow pearls?
Yes, we will plant them by the bank of the Yamuna.
That'll be so much fun. Let's go.
Now we should water them. Madhu, we should water our pearl plants with milk. Go, request the gopis for some milk.
Oh, friends, can you please give us some milk to water our pearl plants?
What? Krishna is planting pearls?
They want milk to water our pearl plants. Go, tell Krishna, we have no milk for his pearl plant. Oh, Krishna, they did not give us any milk to water our pearl plant.
They are big misers. I will take milk from her, old Goshala. My mother will give me lots of it. Ma! Oh, Mata! We need some milk to water our plants.
Yes, my dear Krishna, we have plenty of milk. Here, take some for your garden.
Then Krishna and his friends sprinkled their plants with milk every day, and little green shoots showed up.
Oh, gopis, come here and look at our young pearl plants. Soon we shall have many pearls to decorate our cows.
Those little green shoots, they're not pearl plants. They must be thorn bushes.
Yes, thorn bushes.
On the 4th day, beautiful vines came out. After a few more days, the shoots turned into creepers, and soon there were beautiful pearls of many colors.
Mother! Oh, Mother! Please come here. Papa! See my pearl garden. Oh, friends, look at all our pearls.
This is wonderful, Krishna. I am so surprised to see these beautiful pearls hanging on these vines.
Krishna, this is so wonderful. Our pearls look so beautiful. So many honeybees are intoxicated with their wonderful fragrance.
Oh Krishna, there are so many kinds of pearls. All are most charming.
Come, oh dear friends, look at our beautiful pearl garden with exquisite pearls. You won't be able to laugh now. Amazing! Not possible! How could this be? They're so beautiful!
Yes, your pearls are small and dull. Our pearls are big and bright.
Yes, and they even have a nice aroma. And you can smell them all over Vrindavan. Dear Krishna, you have so many pearls. Please give us some. Dear beautiful girls, you refused to give me any pearls, and then you left in my pearl garden. Now, you should not get any of these pearls.
Oh yes, you should not get any of these pearls.
Oh friends, now Krishna will surely not give us any of his pearls.
Krishna knows lots of tricks. He lifted Govardhana, so growing these pearl vines is not at all difficult for him.
Let's ask Nandimukhi. She's a disciple of Mother Purnamasi. Maybe she knows some good mantras like Krishna's.
Well spoken, Chandramukhi. Let's go to Nandimukhi.
Oh, Sakis, Krishna did not grow the pearl tree by any mantra. He had powers. It's no wonder for him. But I'm sure if you also grow pearl trees and sprinkle even tastier fresh butter, you'll grow even bigger pearl trees.
Oh, Nandimukhi, you spoke such sweet words. We will grow our own pearl garden. If Krishna can do it, then we can easily do it too.
Our field will be twice the size of Krishna's field. Yes, he will see. Then our pearls will be much bigger and more beautiful than his. Radha and her friends went to their homes and collected all the pearls they could find. They even took all the pearl from their own bodies. Then they planted them very carefully. They wanted bigger and better pearls than Sri Krishna's, so they watered their garden with not only milk, but butter and ghee also.
All our pearls and milk products have disappeared from our homes. What are these girls up to?
Our girls have used them all for planting pearl trees. When they sprout, then we will gain great wealth, just like Krishna did when he grew pearls in his field. They were suitable for great queens.
Few days had passed. How long will we have to wait for our garden to grow? Oh, Sakis, I have looked and I do not think that these sprouts are quite the same as Krishna's.
Oh, Radha! How was your garden today? Wow! So many thorns! How wonderful!
Go away, you nasty boys! Where did you get all those pearls to plant?
Looks like they're in big trouble.
Well, we're all set to celebrate Deepavali. My cows, sheep, buffalo, goats are now decorated with pearls.
And monkeys too! revive us. The traitors have joined Krishna's side. We are in big trouble. We have taken all the pearls from our home. Yes, and even from our own bodies. And now all we have are thorns. What will happen when our families find out? Should we get pearls from Mathura? But it will take us 2 days to go to Mathura.
Already our parents are getting mad, waiting for the lost pearl jewelry.
I have taken some gold as a price to pay Krishna for some pearls. Chandramukhi, come with me and we'll somehow buy some pearls from Krishna. Oh, Subal, you have grown fresh pearls. Please take this gold in exchange for some of the best pearls among them.
You did not even give me a single pearl or a cup of milk to sprinkle my pearl field. I would rather toss all my pearls into the Yamuna, but I'll not even give you one pearl of mine.
Okay, Krishna, how much price do you want for some pearls? See how much gold they brought.
The little gold that they have brought is not even good for even one pearl of our garden.
Oh, Miss Kanchalata, I should have not come here on your request to see this villain. This is enough. I'm leaving now. I am also leaving. Who wants to bargain with this greedy merchant?
Oh, Sakis, you also listen. My friend will discuss the price only when all the gopis like Radha and Lilita are also here. If they come, they can take any amount of pearls they want.
What does he think of himself? I will not go before him. I will hide myself and you'll bargain.
Please, Keshava, we will give you more gold. We have so many pearls. Please give us some.
Okay, Vitaka, take this tiny pearl to your friend Radharani. Since she didn't come in person before me, so she will have to pay 4 times the normal price. But remember, if she doesn't pay immediately, we have to arrest you all and lock you up in my private garden.
Oh, Krishna, I have brought a message from the stately lady Purvamasi. She wants you to give up teasing these sweet girls and settle for whatever price Radharani gives you. And in return, you should satisfy her with whatever best you can give.
Oh, Krishna, please give these girls a fair price for the pearls and let them go.
Okay, give me all your gold and I should give you a few small pearls.
Oh, friends, this boy is just a cheater. We will not argue with him anymore. Let us leave.
Oh, Krishna, you just made them sad.
Yes, Krishna. I think they're too sad now. Please do something.
Okay, to make them happy, let's give them the most exquisite necklaces made from the best pearls of my garden. Now, put these necklaces in golden boxes. Radha. All Gopi's boxes are done. Let's go and present them.
Just see the beautiful pearls that Krishna has sent for me. Yes, and me also.
I am so happy. These pearls look so beautiful. Our mothers will be so happy too.
Now, let's do some Lalita, let us take Bitulak and set in gardens for Krishna with the food.
When the elders saw all the gopis with such beautiful pearl jewelry, they were very surprised, and all the gopis sang the praise of Sri Krishna and his pastimes.
Hare Krishna. What an amazing performance by Gopas. Give them all a big hand. They worked really hard for it. You would have seen this drama had a lot of characters, a lot of movement, and the kids memorized it and they did full justice to it. Thank you all. I will announce the names and the characters. Starting with the ladies, we have Janava as Chandragupta. We have Anya Gupta as Kanchanlata. Sia is Vishaka. Sita Kishori is Radha. Rajapriya is Nandimukhi. Kashika Yadav as Lalita. We have Mary Girish as Sridham. Anirudh as Subal. Govinda as Vishal. Srijiva as Krishna. Krishan as Vishal. Then we have narrator 1, Krishiv. We have Yashvardhan as Madhu. We have Sri Harsha as Ujjwal. And then we have Kalki as narrator 2. And to help all this, we had our Mataji helping us. Madhavi as Mother Yashoda. Devi Murti Mataji as older Gopi Janki. And Sundari Leela Mataji as older Gopi Malati. Thank you could not be complete without I giving a big shout out to Amara Mataji. Everything that you see here, everything that you see here was done. All the background, almost all the background work was done by Amara Mataji. She did the script, the audio, she directed. We were just following her direction at that. And to help us with all this, we had people helping us with makeup. Manasi Ganga Mataji, Sri Devi Mataji, Sri Leela Mataji, and we have Amani Radha Mataji for playing the audio. Suman Mataji helped us with all the props, and Krishna Prema Prabhu helped us with the setup. We have Tripti Mataji and Hema Mataji helped us set up the props and guide the kids to and from. Thank you everyone. Hope you enjoyed the performance. So if you like that performance, we have lots of programs for engaging children. We have summer camps, winter camps, Sunday school. So please take advantage of our educational programs for our youth. We are now approaching the final hour. So, sorry, not the final hour, but approaching towards midnight. So we still have a couple hours remaining, and we're going to build up our excitement with some bhajans and kirtans. So we're again going to shift our orientation towards Sri Sri Radha Syamasundar. So I invite everybody to please rise or just turn your mat or your chair to face the deities. We're going to start with a bhajan by Chintamani Mataji, followed by kirtan by our very talented crew.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.